eletricidade foi descoberta. Oh, meu Deus.
No, they were for medicinal use only.
Okay.
Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chime.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good.
Não sei quem é que é.
Thanks, Lon. See you around.
A Paimon é muito... Ela lembra isso tudo, ela é maravilhosa.
Scry the sky.
Hello. How may I help?
Sim.
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself.
Cara, mesmo.
That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
No.
Yinger? Oh, as in scent of spring, Yinger?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Eu pareço não tem boca, parece que nunca ninguém tem boca. Não, os outros parecem porque eles abrem a boca, só que eu não tenho sempre a boca fechada, eu nunca falo, coitado. Meu, TP não tem boca. Posso entrar? Ah, posso entrar cá dentro, mas não tem nada, boa.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
Sério?
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
Aquela casa usar.
I'm not wearing any, darling. Could it be that you've been bewitched by my natural scent? If so, I'm afraid it's one of a kind.
Whatever this is, you guys need to snap out of it right now. Hand her the silk flowers.
Mas eu também quero
3 in one
cheirar
go.
banho.
My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling
Eu
ammunition.
tenho Rex lápis, deixa-me
Is that the
desgraça.
best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
Shunli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy
faz logo
sturdiest
perfume.
wood shall wither.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, so,
Quero perfume.
where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume?
Não pode ser aqui?
You mean Wanmin Restaurant?
Yeah, eu quero ir lá. Nunca sei isto aqui. A sério, este restaurante? Papá, estou em casa.
Think I may have you and people must have iron stomachs.
Isto é muito pequeno.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
What did you...
I meant make me proud. As my assistant, while I'm
okay.
setting up, you can...
é que eu vou buscar água?
Iron stomachs.
No rio?
Think I may have
Pera, peço desculpa, peço desculpa, peço desculpa.
tried something new at the Wonderlick restaurant.
Ah, uau. Ok, já tá bom.
Leo's really got a lot going for it.
This water will do nicely.
Ok.
Now, I need you to. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. You need to keep your wrist firm. Now, use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices.
Não entendi nada, mas
You're a
ok.
nat. Now take these and try. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction.
Restaurant. Think I may have.
Eu não posso fazer aqui. Não, podia dar também. Sabe que eu nunca percebi nada, onde é que eu tenho medida, cheio de prédios. Pedra de Animal Collision. Não tenho nada bom neste personagem. Ok, vou fazer isto aqui, ali da Casa Dourada. Isto é completamente igual, qual é a diferença? Todos iguais e aceito destino. Já fiz tudo, agora quero fazer isto. Não sei porque é que serve, mas fiz.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk. The essence is placed into water. You must take care to control the heat during. So please focus on. Don't waste a drop of. All three perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, a testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay?
Ok.
I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Try something new at the
Let's
Wonderlick
take these 3
restaurant.
perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhangli's probably been waiting a while.
Aquilo é um creme, qual é que é um perfume? Ups, não era que eu queria. Pá, tenho que dizer, esta Statue de Seven. Conhecimento é poder. Olá.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhangli. did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person...
That is true.
3 sets.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Isso ainda não, eu escrevi uma rapariga.
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
Então pode ser.
What a shame.
Que
We only got to see the
irmã.
giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chi-Sing can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the...
cleansing bell.
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell.
Sure, but aren't you...
Ah, I have certain reasons why I can't...
Man, why's he gotta be...
Eu não sei, pai, mas a gente já te colocar rapidinho antes de saber, vamos embora. Vamos embora, pai, mas nós temos que fazer isso tudo, é assim. É o que acontece quando as pessoas usam-nos só porque nós temos um mega traveler famoso. Ai, que fiquei ali. Estou com o mais alto de todos aqui em Liyue. Mentira, este aqui é que é. Olá, Madame Ping. Ninguém gosta de ter
All
Ping.
things must change. Youngster, are you here?
No.
But it's a shame.
What
Mas eu não
happened to
quero.
Back in my day, people said if they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, but if they heard too much wild gossip or slander,
Good
So
thing.
that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chi-Sing made it all up. And still others think that that which lies in the deep
O que
is
está no
breaking
fundo do
free.
mar? E eu também acho que são os Guenshin que estão a inventar tudo.
This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster?
Precisamos do simplificador.
That old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. Can't quite recall where it is exactly.
Uau!
An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been... Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children, there is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot? My entire household is in here.
How does that work? What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this...
This Granny's so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Não pode ter essa tela lá dentro, daquelas letras, tá? Não! Vou ter que lutar agora e ir pra cor. Eu não quero. Espera muito tempo, eu não quero. Eu não quero. Ah, estou aqui, despacha lá.
Where are we? What just happened?
Au.
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Ah.
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Ok, já ajudei agora. Mas ele tá com 1 milhão de slimes. Oh meu Deus, muito obrigada. Era mesmo que eu queria. Ha. Dá cabo de tudo, a gente. Opa.
Do you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Eu não sabia que a energia elemental. Cai lá, cai.
By royal decree. Boba, get them!
Caiu. Oh, sou pro player.
the cleansing bell? Do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus?
Não sei. Agora vou voltar ao começo, não vou... Ah, não, boa. Oh. Mas como é que eu caí de novo? Não gosto disto.
More and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Killian Karst?
Não sei.
Why would she stay in the city?
A Xiao não vive lá. Por isso.
Nice and spicy.
Olha, papinho, ele tá com fome, coitadinho. Toma comida, toma comida. Eu não tenho mais comida, coitadinho de mim. Ah!
I created... By royal decree, at the frying pan, it's...
Wind blade! With the wind!
Oz, reveal thyself! Nice and spicy! Race you! Leave my space! The stars are fading. Boba, get them!
Wind blade!
this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me... Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick.
Olá, a senhora na Rocha esteja mega bem. E hoje estamos com mais um vídeo de Guenshin Impact. Não é para ter começado, só que de repente ele começou a levantar a cabeça, então ok. Por que é que ele pergunta? Ele pergunta se ela é uma adeptus.
An adeptus? Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Hyman kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Posso ficar com ele?
Hey! It belongs to Granny! We're supposed to return what we borrow!
Oh, let you keep it. You really are a frank child. If you want it, you can keep it. But this bell gets homesick sometimes. Who knows? It might find its way back into these old hands. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will! Thanks, Granny!
Deus. Coloca assim no lugar e colocar aqui em cima, ok. Vamos subir isto de novo. Ah, pera aí. Não é assim tão longe. Tenho que falar com ele. Ah, sim.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell was with her otherwise?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry.
Mas eu quero saber.
Oh, yes! That old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No, no. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in
São
Liyue's
pipas.
rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably...
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Eu estou a contar as pipas, ou que sejam baratos. Ah, isto aqui. Os dragões.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame. As does that which the Cryo Archon once... Yes. These details are masterfully done.
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan. I shall take these back with me.
Well, allow me.
Muito obrigada, eu quero gastar meu dinheiro.
Hey, it's Child!
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for, he knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased the rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean.
Muito obrigada, eu quero mais dinheiro.
Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Informações. Já que destes jogadores.
Listen, let me tell you how it is.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
Obviamente, precisamos de 5
That's not hard.
moedas.
Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
Só.
A most fair price.
Tenho 50 mil. Mas não, eu quero menos, não quero saber. 10 mil. São mesmo boletinhas. Espera aí. Pronto. Confirmo.
5 geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much. I'll do it.
Agora aquilo ali em cima.
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade.
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Que como?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Não. Peraí, 25. Não quero saber. Deixa eu ver o aninho dele. 7 mil é bom, 7 mil é bom. Oh não, eu fico muito
That's too little. Hardly a fair price.
assim. Não sei como que isso foi 17 mil. Pronto, 7 mil, assim já queres?
This price will do. No loss to me for a day's work.
Pronto. Temos que ser justos, as pessoas aqui são muito ricas. Temos de...
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip.
Done.
20 mil. Deixa eu ver. Muita madeirinha. Vamos meter 16 mil. Peraí. Pronto, 16 mil. Para ti. Vamos ficar todos ricos hoje.
Let me think. Deal. This price is reasonable. I'll hop right to it.
Acho que estou a zangar. Popo Child. Onde é que está o Child?
Adventurer, think you can last a round again?
Só pegar este livro aqui porque eu gosto muito. Eu não lhe vou dar as informações que eu quero.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need?
Informação.
Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right, Senora!
Pois é, pois é.
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Ajudem Shango.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of...
The lead Bubu.
Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Alemão já não gosto
Paimon
dele.
definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
Poxa, LED Bubu. Nunca tenho nível 30, só que acho que primeiro tenho de acabar a missão toda do Yue. Ainda não consigo lá chegar, que mal. Eu nem sabia que existiam farmácias aqui, mas... Acho que é uma farmácia. Ok. Okay.
Huh. The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
Oh, fantastic.
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Okay. Ai, Kiki. Eu sabia. Ela é uma zombie, tenha cuidado.
Oh, there you are. But you can't even reach the counter.
Antes de dar tudo a Paimon.
Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction.
É verdade, sabe?
Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. What's the talisman doing on her forehead? It can't be. She's a zombie.
Mas como é que eles veem que é um zombie? Eu sei porque... eu sei. Só que eu ouvi, não sei como é que ela é um zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Ah, ok.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled substance.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Ok.
I'm afraid that she's probably right. It's to do with her orders. Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then,
How did you manage that?
but Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way, everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng. Find the Guizhong Ballista. and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
I don't believe so. The Guizhong Ballista, at least, I have heard of before. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Qinheng by an adeptus in the distant past. Located in Qinheng Pass, it was
Mr. Zhongli?
apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you wanna...
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal. An adeptabeast. What it looks like. Don't know. Where to find it? Don't know either. Where it came from? Also don't know.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Gui...
Vamos lá fazer isto aqui rápido. Lá tem de ir às montanhas aqui. Que chato. Guizhong Ballista. Ok, muito normal.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an adeptus to build this. But how do you operate this thing? Just... Aw, what?
After millennia of wear and tear, even adepti contraptions are difficult.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite who's only... That said, let me think for a moment. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period somewhere inside the pass. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong.
So, what you're...
I have with the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Não, agora temos que ir aonde? Ah, pera aqui dentro. Já sei onde é que é. Pode ser aqui.
Where is that supply post? Here, post...
Pronto, isto aqui é o quê? Ah, ok. Só quero... Deixa eu abrir. Pronto. Pronto, agora apanho isso. Pronto. E agora?
These parts look One moment. It is done. The Guizhong Ballista is more...
Woo! Now how do we turn...
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Over here we have... nothing. And over there... more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're...
Not a turret. A Guizhong Ballista.
Are you blind or something? This area is supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures. but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly a few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. The next thing you'll be
Tut tut. Vandalizing the It is not we who...
Por que eu não luto? Pensa só.
It's nothing. Submit. Insubordination. Oz revealed. Give up.
Oops.
dodge this.
Oh, nice. Cá embaixo, sério.
The hunter.
Agora tô cá embaixo. Não. Subir tudo de novo.
Terra Smash!
Fry!
Estou de volta, peraí.
Fry!
Não! Por que eu fiz isto?
Don't waste my time.
That tingle!
You wait.
Have a little taste!
Ow, 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 ow.
Fry! Fry!
Delve into destiny. By royal decree. It's nothing.
That tingle! Fry!
Don't waste my time.
You're open! You're open! You're open!
Your life is mine.
Shut.
You're open! You're open!
Odious fate, decided by destiny.
Should
Terra Smash! You're open!
Don't waste my time.
Ok, agora está.
These lowlifes didn't know who they were messing with.
Pois não.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time.
Oh,
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby, save for the usual. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an
Which means... Paimon wouldn't go that far. We did something positive, right?
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains.
Good idea.
Mas eles vão fazer lá. Sério. Vamos ter aqui. Não gosto da chuva. A chuva é má. Enfim.
Calm weather. Do not trust your eyes. Your eyes can lie to you.
Minha mana tá muito fraquinha. Não dá dano não, coitadinha. Coitadinha da minha mana. É a minha única lendária e acho que é dos quatro que eu estou a usar é mais fraco. É mais fraco. Olha lá.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Cocoa Goat Adeptibeast of which you
What a disappointment. Don't.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty.
Wow,
Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptibeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. Here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and...
Excuse me, everyone.
Oh. Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learned a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who?
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck. What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi. Ah! The snake is speaking! I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a...
Don't mind Chung-Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last, things are finally starting to come...
3 million more. Top quality. Guaranteed.
You might as well just rob the Golden House. Oh, Oh, but the Chising have taken it over.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself, though
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much more. And as for Mr.
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the...
No. Don't do that.
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey, less laughter, more sympathy.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate in the future.
Eu nunca vi um personagem dele. Ele é o Deus, ele é o primeiro.
If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, the Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 more.
10 mil de desconto.
Zero difference from 3 million.
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of its... Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Adeus. Oh no.
That lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House, if not the Exuvia? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Leo saying goes, the walls have ears.
Como é que eles são tão rápidos? Como é que eles fazem assim rápido de repente? Precisas de trabalhadores, estão aqui, estão a fazer tudo bem, não estão? Espero bem que sim.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense.
Ooh, finally!
Pois, finalmente.
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our odd? Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. I will remember to bring the Mora this time.
Espero bem que sim.
Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole in the wall. Pray.
Hole in the wall? As in a cool restaurant?
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at third round knockout.
Algo terceiro copo. Nunca ouvi falar. Ué, mais missões. Knockout terceiro. Nem sabia que isto existia. Preciso pegar estas flores, são muito importantes. São bem raras e no caso encontro preciso delas. ó.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the tale of Lady Ningguang's Jade Chamber.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here. Great atmosphere.
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this place is so well loved. But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in... What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges earth and sky. Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down from the deck on the world below. Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor, stretching out far and wide. They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her Jade Chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their value.
Eu já vi aquela coisa no céu uma vez. Há um mais pequeno, só que há outro lá grande, que não dá para lá
Merely
chegar.
grasping 1 or 2 of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom. Enough to stay a step.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name a lot. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. Huh. Paimon wonders what sort of...
At last I have found you. You who returned...
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yue High Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Qixing.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally...
My apologies, you who have returned from Jiayun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full. But I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She invites you to her palace.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber. Together we shall snip
Não sei muito bem. É Ganyu, que era aquela ali. Não sei se o nome é Ganyu ou Ganyu. Era lendária. Era lendária. E a Ningguang, que é mais importante que ela, é só de 4 estrelas. Não faz sentido.
From the Liyue Qixing. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best
An invitation to visit the Jade. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've...
Don't worry, we won't forget.
Ok, vamos lá. Ah, boa! Não tinha quase nada. Mas pronto. Ah, tem vida onde agora? Vamos lá andar, tens de teletransportes. Já não havia solução. Aqui, ok. Eu não sei se... Vou subir ali pelas casas. Porta do Lilo. Tem uma rocha flutuadora. Câmara de ar aqui. Não é? Não podemos ir à câmara de ar. É isso aí. Olha ali, ficou pertinho. Mas eu tenho que ir para aqui, aqui não há nada. Eu tenho de ir para ali. Eu tenho de ir para ali, o que é que não? Tenho que ir para aqui.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Ok, estou chegada. Ah, isso me ter teletransportado. Não sei se a nave gigante estava por ali. Que é que eu tenho de ir para aqui? Ok, vamos embora. Deixa-me ir embora, por favor. Por favor, Elite Show, Elite. Estou a subir, esperem um pouco.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's... Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has...
Agora tem tanta pela, mas... Ah, não, pera, por aqui. Ah, tem umas rochas. Não.
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way.
Yep. Eu preciso de vento para ativar. E eu tô com rocha. Opa! Tristeza. Acho que é T.O. É sério. Pronto, ressonar com a Nems. Eu tô muito cansado, tenho dormido. Eu tenho aqui alguma coisa? Não tenho nada. Deus. Ficou ali bugado. Ah, ok. Agora eu vou voltar. Mas pelo menos já sei que tenho de usar isto aqui. Cheguei. Só tenho de os ignorar outra vez e já tem. Aqui eu volto como um ninja, ninguém sabe que eu estou aqui. Isso, ninguém sabe que eu estou aqui. Eu sou um ninja secreto. Não, estou tão cansado. Cansado. É, aqui não é. É. Pera, não é não, cá mais para baixo. Oh, por que chegou? Ah, ok, aqui.
Windblade!
It
Cheguei.
only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go.
No.
Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us... Alright, let's fall... Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Paimon.
No! Paimon... Oh, that's right! Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up.
Não, agora tem que voltar para o... Vamos que isto é tão chato. Eu não me importava muito, só que como estou a fazer um vídeo, eu queria ser rápido. Olha. repente estou aqui a dizer as guardas.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think... No. Wait. Maybe this was Nick. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, Shane?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come.
Não, coitados. Eles por isso que esse trabalho. Pai, mano, é que é mal educado. Eu sou o vosso chefe.
Oz, repeat. Let me scribe.
Who goes there?
Eu.
Take the target alive!
Oh.
It's not.
Lithic Triad! Attack!
Let me scry.
Ano na ganyo?
Bastard! To arms!
Shadows of fate.
Take the target alive!
By royal decree.
Attack! Tactical! Retreat! Take this!
Eu também não tô de nenhuma. Já tá.
Stop!
Vivo ali.
What's all this about?
Ai, Guenshin.
Lady
é
Coaching.
lendária.
These two strange people suddenly appeared.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the...
We're invited guests here to look for the Lilith.
Well, as it happens, I am...
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuhung of the Chising. I know of you, traveler. You're Ning...
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, these Millilith are just here to guard the scene. Not to arrest...
So this was all a misunderstanding? But...
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So...
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to the...
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the I'll say it like it is. They're
Well, You've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance.
Mas como é que ele morreu? Deus.
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor.
Favor? But... Wait, that's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture! We need to get one!
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. And, well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frost. Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for us. Why don't we go with that for a gift? With a certain boom shakalaka, of course. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
Ah, Paimon, sério. Já vi o que a Paimon quer. Já tem um login.
Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious. That's the one!
Don't waste my time.
Este aqui.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is... Huh? Did you hear that?
Eu não vi nada mais.
No! That was Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure orders have locked some...
Uh-oh.
You're open!
Oh, it's ripping...
Give up.
By royal decree, Delvin. It's nothing.
Já calma toda a gente. Deus.
Finally done.
Pronto, vira já aula. Não consigo sair. Ok, vamos pra lá.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have...
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry, don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry and I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it.
Wait a moment.
Dinheiro,
Actually,
XP
we
de
are looking for
personagem, por
something.
favor. XP de personagens.
And what might that be?
Eu preciso disso.
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss...
Great! I'm on sugar front.
Pronto, aqui mais um. Aqui, apanha. E é super doce. Vamos teletransportar de volta para aqui. A seguir temos que fazer a comida. Depois vamos lá e depois temos de ir ali porque, oh não, o pai me esqueceu-se de meter uma flor e como ela quer a flor mais rica de todas, temos de ir àquela montanha de gelo, lá para aquele lugar bem profundo, longe de todos os teletransportes. E eu preciso recuperar a minha vida de novo. O TP também não tem muita vida. A vida dele precisa de ser evoluída. TP com slimes e gelatinas de slimes. Olha mais uma missão. O que é que isto é? Ah, nervoso. Qual é o problema? Adeus. Ok, pode ser. Agora não posso lá ter de ir para a joalharia. Mais uma missão. Eu queria ir lá antes que me esquecesse, mas... Agora vou aqui.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to... Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned.
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment.
Great.
Could we borrow one other thing?
Okay.
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime!
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two...
Slime sacanagem gelados.
Woohoo! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this...
Pá, não gosto mesmo de coisas ricas. Procuro guia. Deixa eu ver se onde é que eu tenho de ir. Esta cidade aqui cheia de montanhas e... Eu não sei se aquela coisa que eu tinha visto o céu, se era mesmo aqui ou outra coisa parecia maior, este aqui, não sei. E tava bem longe, por isso. Até visto ser de rocha mágica.
According to Kuching, excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
A lua?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak.
Ah, well said. Please, use this.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guest, but for the Yuang.
Ok, vou subir. Que bonito! Olá!
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang!
Pois é.
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have...
Oh no, it's nothing.
Não, acho que é assim tão alto, já foste ao topo da montanha gelada do gelo.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming... At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to... One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears...
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait! Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista...
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole...
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be... Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti.
Só quero explorar isto aqui. Acho que ela é mais alta. Ela é mais alta. Ela é mais alta.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
No.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus you can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Gods that... Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking?
What do you think, traveler?
É ele, não é? Quem é que é ele? Quem é que é o ele?
Huh? What are you
Well answered.
Eu child, não é?
The scenery out here is fine indeed.
É o child, só pode ser ele que tem informações malvadas para roubar a Exuvia. Só pode ser ele.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Olha, tá aqui, gente. Tô limpando, ok. Água rosa. Ai, rosa. Água verde. Água mistura de amarelo e azul.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at...
Nós não temos casa.
I have invited you two here as friends. And when
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you. If possible, I'd like to have your... But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Mais confiável, eu acho que és tu, né?
You'd pick Kuching?
No,
I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want... Well, I must say that I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled. Indeed. It seems that you I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So...
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say... One of the sheets on that wall.
No,
don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy. Just imagine. How much more a whole...
Ah, isso eu quero, então.
Let's grab one. The biggest one.
Onde é que tá?
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious... La 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission, something, Fatui, research. Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds. But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh. Well, should we... Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that...
No.
That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing Anyway, we'll see if you're on this. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go.
Ainda tem de lá onde eles marcaram a neve desfiada. Olá. Sim. Duas horas? Guia de prosperidade. Mas eu posso voar para cima e lá ter tão rápido que eu. Tá com dificuldade. Ah, bem. Vamos ver aqui. Escala tudo, vou escalar coisas. Outra vez isso aqui. Muito forte. Isso aqui. Não, já não consigo pular você.
Here comes trouble.
Já está o livro, já pode... Não, ainda falta aquilo, só que ninguém precisa de saber.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper too. I haven't seen this pattern before. But where?
Look at child at the
Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you.
Okay, foi falso.
But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of... Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo talismans like that were once used in the Archon, maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission in hopes of achieving being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens.
Push.
Alright, that's enough sticking around. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour. Let's go!
Ok, vamos lá para o pântano de Raiuauá. Ilhota de Diwa. Isso é aqui, ok. Não sei que está uma ilha, mas. Tá aqui um copo, mas. Ninguém precisa de saber dele, ele está a dormir ali, vou deixar dormir em paz. Vou só contando com o Shangli na ilhota de Diwa. Isto aqui é um pântano? Não sei, os pântanos já eram assim.
Right on time. I myself only... Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big.
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Estou com as costas de Ningguang ao pé de mim, com as costas mágicas. Isso não era suposto estar assim.
Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks...
Oh. So you also...
He said the time...
Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the...
Why, Mora, of course.
Oh, okay.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting and do you...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering...
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to humans. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct.
So how good is your singing? Really?
Superficial.
Why doesn't Paimon...
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Sou perfeita a cantar. Estão aqui uns... Não, eu preciso apanhá-los para ascender a Ningguang.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What
música de Bárbara.
These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is this because you sang a song from Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
What? Yeah.
Isso é uma música música do Lilo, é?
Don't waste my time.
Nossa, eu não sei cantar.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
Isso aí já tem vários.
Strict, the glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have...
Well, that's nice and all, but...
Unfortunately, no.
Então vamos embora.
It's so late. Excuse me.
Olá.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Xiaomi.
Yangu? Who's that?
Não sei.
You have completely forgotten my name, haven't you?
No.
Ah, that reminds me. How...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did...
Something seems a little... She's acting different from the first time we met.
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But
you came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days...
Oh, sorry, we shouldn't have...
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years... Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed...
Huh? Did you just say...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought after the war ended. I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. Let's save that conversation for another day. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We didn't.
Oh, so did you sing a song before?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too?
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance if you would excuse me, I should
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this will...
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him start...
I've had enough beginning a new undertaking is all, so you must be careful to take the time to...
Wow. See? Jean... Alright, I think it's about time we...
O jogo é bom, o jogo é forte. Bom. Ups. Como é que eu faço assim? Eu não quero fazer mais. Não, eu não queria. Já para cancelar o triângulo, não. Quadrado, X, bola, não dá nada para cancelar.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Lilith and the Vitui?
O que se passa? Tenho que falar com ele, eu falo com o Fato.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort...
Their boneheadedness is known...
And what now?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gate.
Things are taking a turn for the... I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler.
Having connections with the... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants... He must be waiting for the moment when... But where could we find it? Where would he go at a time like this?
Sempre eles vão lugar no padeiro, que é lá pra nave, lá de cima, não é? Claro que é. Ah não, é no cofre. É o cofre, não é? Eu acho que sim, eu já não sei nada, este só é tão grande, cheio de prédios. Escalar, e depois não dá para escalar das casas, porque eu tenho uma bolinha minúscula. Onde eu tenho de ir? E vou tudo de novo. Lá pra pontinha da pontinha da pontinha. Não sabia que a casa dourada era aí. Pensava que era o cofre. Pensava que era aquele banco do... Eu não sei nada, só certas coisas, um parafuso. Aqui, agora vir aqui sempre em frente, depois vir aqui à esquerda. Daqui a 0 metros vir à esquerda. Agora continuo sempre em frente até encontrar uma casa feita de ouro ou alguma coisa rico. Oh, uma casinha mágica aqui no meio do nada. Não, eu não vou gastar, só tenho isso. Vou entrar. O que é sombra dourada? O que é isto? O que é isto? O que se passa? Só quero entrar, por favor. O que é que se passa? Digam-me! Ok, eu vou entrar. Iniciar. eu só queria entrar, não me façam mal.
Wow! This is the Golden House?
Não tem nada. Que chato.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing, but even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like a dream come true. Oh, right, it's quiet. Huh? Look, what happened here? Uh-oh. Quick, we have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Eu não sei o que é Exuvia, porque eu já me esqueci disso tudo. Porque eu já me esqueci. Acho que é tipo o poder que tornava Deus, ó. Ah não, pera, é Não, pera. Não, já não sei.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able... Don't you think that trying to stop me now... Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
Gnosis. Para nós tornarmos Deus.
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and the time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, either way, we now come to my favorite, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running toward... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill... Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try... Fighting talk, I love it! Now let...
Por favor, que seja fácil derrotar o
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Ok, isto não é assim então.
Possible effort. How unbecoming.
Don't waste my time. You wait.
Ok, está bem difícil, não é?
Run all you like. So quick to flee.
Oh no.
It's nothing.
Celestial Voyager.
Ela não top. Não me deixa chegar perto. Não me deixa chegar perto.
Cowering already?
Your life is mine.
Try this. Passable effort.
Don't waste my time.
Ah, não consigo. Vai conseguir sim. Mais uma comidinha aqui. Uma comidinha aqui, uma aqui. Ai, que mercado. Uau. Lá vem a baleia. É impossível desviar disso.
Don't waste my time.
Wide open. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take a seat. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Nada, eu desisto, pode roubar aquilo.
Gotcha.
My royal decree.
I'll crush you. Something else catch your eye?
P2.0. Recebi um ataque com a criatura. Oh não, eu vou morrer. Eu tô cheio, o que eu faço?
Break. Got you.
Shadows of fate. Destiny cannot be denied.
Please run.
Odds revealed by.
No use hiding back there.
I know. Eu tô cheio, mas como é que eu posso ficar cheio? Para de ficar cheio. Como eu me desvio daqui? Eu tô ansiosa de desviar, eu vou morrer.
You wait.
Ainda está cheia, tu diz-me que não. Ainda está.
Got you.
Ai, tô quando eu fico com fogo. Eu não falo quieto.
Disappear.
Fica de lá. É impossível, é muito pedra. É impossível, o que é que eu faço? Salve. Rex, lápis. Salva-me.
Got you.
Acho que é possível mais ou menos como é que ele faz. Escondalmente. Boa. Morreu? Acho que sim. Oh não, caiu tudo. Foi o que eu morri?
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Os ao vento. Não! Salvado!
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing with getting close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit you've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking more Axis Gnosis now.
Não é nada.
I see. Well, this is most unexpected.
Eu não fiz nada.
You beat me to it, didn't you?
Eu não fiz nada. Por que não mandem de dedos se querem suas estimações? Ai, quero. salvou?
This is going to cost you!
Ah, então foi isso que aconteceu. Vai, mano, ajuda, me dá um chiquinho. Não. Oh, não.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you?
No.
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
Agora a gente tem os dois poderes.
We didn't take it!
Olha esse caminho ali. Ok, vamos sair lá.
It's nothing.
Acho que ele não se perdeu uma faca. Por causa aqui. O tempo de vida acabou e isso foi um ataque agora e doeu. O desvio daquilo. Aquilo é indesviável.
Don't waste my time.
Porque ele tem lança e arco e flecha? Não. Ok, tentar ser fácil. Mais ou menos. Eu não quero morrer só. Não quero dar muito dano, porque também é muito cool. Porque é muito importante curar. Só que ela não mira nela, eu tenho que agarrar o cara. Oh. Peraí, é um mega ataque indesviável. Não dá pra desviar, não sei como é que se desvia. E tá cheio. Não. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Resolve, tá? Tu não sabe ser um boss. Como é que ela fica? Acho que ela fica sem fome. Ai. Oh, meu Deus. Isso aqui é uma comidinha. Ok. Já estás bem? Ah, boa, 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 boa. Eu passei o dia inteiro. A minha guan é a minha amiga mais forte. Oh. Agora já não fui atingido. É que o meu filho é Deus. Não. É sim. Música de batalha, música de batalha. Voltei, voltei.
Die here.
You're cut above.
That's not pretty well.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't...
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Porque eu tô subindo de nível?
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in... But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to... This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our...
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting, it seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also wealth. As such, we must now look to our backup.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Deus!
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation, but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show...
do usamento do... Não, tem já a musiquinha.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed been... The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for... At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the... Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why... 3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti, even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves me. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world. But I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful... When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come...
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well and... Oh, right! It's nice that Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rexlap, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that arc?
Pois é, o que aconteceu? Não foi nem participar.
Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Ok, nós já tratamos dois bosses de seguida, um deus mega gigante e outro mensageiro do espaço maluco com 1 milhão de máscaras. Por isso o vídeo vai ficando por aqui, espero que tenham gostado e tchau!